For emergency services, every shift is unpredictable. Everything can change in a heartbeat and no situation can be taken on face value. Tonight, a teenager leads police on a wild goose chase.
Mate, stop there now!
A trip to get cigarettes proves a health hazard. And a suspected drunk driver has a strange way of avoiding attention.
He's had a female drop her pants and decamp from him.
That's One Night in Auckland responding to 111. At the Fire Communication Centre, Maria is dispatching fire crews to a life and death emergency.
Papatoe 347, house fire, Mangere.
Every year, house fires claim the lives of more than 30 people. Lance and his crew have no time to waste.
Yeah, Lance, could you just grab another high-pitch delivery and get up there, please?
The fire has already gutted a garage sleepout and is threatening to engulf the main house. Lance knows they need to find more water fast.
Do you see a hydrant as you went round?
No, we didn't. We were looking on the way down from this angle, but no.
Finding a hydrant is vital. The trucks only carry 12 minutes worth of water, and they're going to need a lot more than that.
It's in the grass, but it's not indicated.
With the overgrown hydrant located, they now have enough water to tackle the blaze.
One stage when you turned out a garage fire, you'd expect it to be a garage that had cars in it. But it's been common for a number of years for garages to be used as sleep-outs.
The occupants are exhausted after trying to put out the fire with a garden hose.
You've got a lot of smoke, haven't you?
No, it's just that.
Yeah, I think. Line 347. I want to get an ambulance here. There's a couple of guys suffering from slight smoke inhalation. You know, that smoke's not the nicest of things. The plastics you inhale, that can do you some damage, so we need to get you checked out.
Smoke and poisonous gases kill more people in house fires than flames. Dispatcher Chris is sending a patrol car to defuse another fiery situation.
The Clinton Community Centre got a fight between two males, fists only, no other weapons, both 16 to 17-year-old male Māori or Polynesian sitter.
Yeah, we're just at 10-2 now. Is there any more reports?
Roger, the fight's actually still continuing now. Someone's been knocked out. They're now back up and conscious again. Security's still off with one. But the fight appears to have escalated a little.
Constables Michael and James know they're entering youth gang territory, where fistfights often deteriorate into vicious street brawls. As they try to make sense of the chaos, one teen makes a run for it.
Mate, stop here now!
Leading police on a chase through the back streets of Clendon.
Your hands behind your back.
I've got it, mate.
Hands behind your back.
Get down. Get down, mate, down.
Go home now.
Guys, get out of the way.
Go. Get moving.
Comms M&A, one in custody, no problem.
Let's get moving.
Stand up.
The captured teen is defiant till the end.
No, shut. The police. Okay.
Understand at the moment you're under arrest for disorderly behaviour. Okay. Take a deep breath and calm down, mate.
Shut up.
The chase has fired up the local kids, and Michael is worried things could explode.
Yeah, we're off with one offender at the moment. We've just got him in the backseat of the car. We've got an issue with crowd control.
Constables Chris and Kyle respond to the call for backup.
Roger, thanks.
The night's about to get a whole lot more complicated for Michael when security guards who witnessed the fight drop a bombshell about the arrested teen.
So this kid, he did nothing?
No, so he's the okay guy.
He's the okay guy?
Yeah, that's the...
So it was a guy in the tracksuit?
Yeah.
And that guy you took in the photo of? And those two have gone? Okay, cool. Nice. That was really dumb yelling, but running away because I've been told that you had nothing to do with it. You weren't even involved in the fight.
Yeah, then why are you chasing me then?
Then why did you run? You're an idiot.
He's definitely got a bit of an attitude problem, so we'll take him back home and see what his parents have to say. Cool.
Hey, you guys, if you're not involved, go home. Keep going.
He's not the only one with an attitude problem. Someone in the dispersing crowd throws a rock at police. Fortunately, the eagle-eyed security guard can describe the offender.
The one who wear a red t-shirt.
Red t-shirt.
Chris informs his partner Kyle, who soon nabs the suspect.
You're the one who threw the rock.
And this other dude, I don't know.
Why'd you throw the rock at?
Came pretty close to hitting me, eh?
You know it too. I was standing right next to the cop car you hit. Were you aiming at me or the cop car?
A split-second act of stupidity will earn him a night at the station.
He's going to be arrested for disorderly behaviour. He's going to be transported to the Manukau police station and dealt with that way.
What's happening is we're going to formal caution you, OK? So you're going to go through the system, you're going to get photo taken and prints taken and stuff, and then you're going to get released. This means you don't have to go to court or anything, but this is a warning, OK? If you get caught for this kind of behaviour again, then you will get charged. You understand, man? Yes. All right.
Hopefully a warning will scare some sense into him. The sleep-out fire is finally under control, but 3 people are without beds tonight. Senior Station Officer Lance tries to hit home just how lucky they were not to lose their lives as well.
You should have some smoke alarms in your house. 18 months ago, just down the road, there was 4 people died. I went to that fire, OK? They were all dead round the front door because they couldn't get out. It was too late when they knew because no smoke alarms. We're going to be here for the next couple of hours going through this to make sure there's no possibility of reignition when we leave. We'll use a thermal imaging camera to detect any heat that may reside still within the building and ensure that any hot spots are extinguished.
An emergency call is coming into St John from an off-duty police officer. He's discovered an assault victim lying unconscious outside a petrol station.
Got a male passed out on the pavement. He's got blood coming out the side of his head.
That noise in the background.
People fighting. Don't kick me. Don't kick me while I turn my back.
With the policeman now under attack by the people he stopped to help, Catherine knows this is serious. She radios for police backup and dispatches an ambulance.
There's 3 people attacked and 1 patient is supposed to be unconscious.
Shand and Jack are racing to help 3 victims of a vicious roadside assault. 2 appear fine.
What happened?
But the 3rd has serious injuries.
Yeah? How much have you had to drink?
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Have you heard it? Do you have any pain anywhere?
Reactive.
No? Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll just give you a quick once-over, all right? Any pain here?
Yeah.
No?
Okay.
Do you remember what happened? No?
An off-duty police officer called the ambulance after finding the victim unconscious on the pavement.
Is your vision blurry at all?
What happened? I want to
We don't know. Listen to me. Can you just go stand over there for me, all right? Because I want to help him. There you go, mate. Listen to me.
They won't let you.
All right. We're just.
Are you allowed a cigarette?
No, sorry. Can you step back for a second, please? All right, look, we just want to get you on our bed.
Police discover that the group was out buying cigarettes when they were ambushed by 3 random strangers.
Does any of this hurt? Take a nice deep breath for me. Does that hurt at all? No? All right. Just have a listen to your chest. Nice deep breaths for me. Excellent. So you're not in any pain? No? Take you up to hospital, all right? Got some big cuts on your head and on your face as well, okay? We'll get you checked out by a doctor.
Ambo arrived here pretty quickly and he was still unconscious. So, we've taken him to Auckland Hospital now.
Do you know the people that did it?
No.
I know who I've been hanging around with, but I don't know what happened.
Just go ahead and open your mouth for me real wide.
Ow.
And that hurts now?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
His slow reactions could point to concussion.
We'll get going, all right?
Happy to move?
Yep.
At police comms, a call has come in about another disturbance at Clendon Community Centre. Chris dispatches constables Kyle and Chris, who attended the earlier fight.
Got another male causing problems again, apparently the ringleader from the fight earlier.
Where exactly is the offender?
Roger, I'll give the informant a call, try and locate him.
Chris calls back the informant, who rang 111.
Do you think he may have gone towards the shopping centre with that other group of males? Okay, that's fine. We're looking for him now. We've got the police there now.
I think we just located the offender comms.
You can go full description again.
Roger, male Māori, blue tracksuit. Top and bottom with white stripes down the side. 15 years, tall, skinny built, over.
They've got their guy.
So what have you been doing down here?
Oh, just got asked for one-on-ones and then took it. Just a fair one-on-ones and then...
What do you mean one-on-ones?
Well, apparently this dude, he was like, bro, up talking all this stuff about me. Then I seen him and then he was like, yeah, that's us, acting all hard. And I was like, bro, I'm all good, bro, I'm sweet. Then after that he goes, come bro. Started walking up to me like that. Sweet then, just had a fair one-on-ones with him and then I took off. I wasn't causing trouble.
Well, you've had a fight and you've admitted you've had a fight with someone, so that is causing trouble down here, isn't it?
Well, that's not causing trouble when I get stepped out in front of everyone and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go, bro. And then everyone's like, you're scared, Al. Oh, bro, you're sick, Al. You're scared. How does that make me look?
Well, it looks like the bigger man by walking away instead of having a fight.
How come he wants to beat me up? Is because I hooked up with his younger sister?
Oh, well, you know, anything aside from that, it doesn't matter, you know. Trouble's going to start, walk away from it.
Fair enough, yeah.
You know, because we don't want to have them to come down here and deal with you guys, OK?
Fair enough, yeah.
Maybe this guy will think twice about romancing younger sisters in the future. Travelling to hospital, Shandon Jack's assault patient is starting to feel the effects of his bashing.
So you're just out with friends tonight?
Yeah.
And you went down to the shop to buy some cigarettes?
I was just with friends and, yeah, just doing the crap.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna be all right. It's only a couple bumps, all right? Had lacerations to his face, nice goose eggery, hematoma on his head. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. Monitored for a couple of hours, maybe an X-ray. That's about it.
An X-ray will provide a definitive answer on whether he is suffering from concussion. Constables Chris and Kyle are dropping their romancing brawler home. On the way, he fills them in on his opponent's gang affiliations.
Is he part of the RAs?
He's part of some crew called GM or something.
What's GM?
Get money.
Are you part of any gangs?
No.
But a computer check soon reveals he's not as innocent as he's making out. He's broken court restrictions, so instead of giving him a lift home, they're heading straight to the station.
Once we checked him out, he has a bit of history for fighting and assaults and that sort of stuff, so he will have to go to court for it. You only started doing your supervision in March, eh? OK, sit tight. He'll get bail from here, so he'll be in until they process him, then he'll be gone. So you might give an hour or two and he'll be gone.
After 2 hours of checking for smouldering hotspots in the burnt-out sleepout, the infrared camera makes a frightening discovery.
You see this part is starting to burn here now, and this is the furthest point away from where the fire started. And if it was to be left, in an hour's time, you'd have flames.
The painstaking check has prevented the embers from bursting back into flames. It's been a long, dirty night, but finally, the site is secure. Lance is hoping the family has learnt a lesson.
We hope they'll take our advice and actually fit smoke alarms soon.
Also protecting lives is emergency medical dispatcher Mandy.
Priority 1 at Takanini Caravan Park, code 6.
Mandy dispatches Chris and Janelle.
We are responding priority 1 now to a breathing problem, short of breath, a diabetic who has some sort of breathing machine at home, so it sounds like they're pretty severe.
Which means time is crucial. Chris and Janelle are rushing to treat a diabetic patient who is struggling to breathe.
It feels like there's something in your throat.
Yeah.
Is it making it hard to breathe, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your medical condition?
I don't know. I've got asthma.
Asthma.
He's in remission of lung cancer as well, dear.
Okay.
COPD is what it is.
A bit of everything then.
Paramedic Janelle doesn't like what she hears. Because the man is a lung cancer survivor, she isn't taking any chances.
Might pop you up to hospital and get them to have a check out. It sounds a bit raspy in your throat.
Don't cry.
He's got a history of multiple things, mainly breathing problems and also a new onset of diabetes. Tonight he's just had a sudden onset of shortness of breath associated with what feels like something stuck in his throat. And when I had a listen, it sounded quite raspy, kind of indicating to me that there might be a bit of inflammation, so that the narrowing of the airway, upper airway, so that could be multiple things.
Pinpointing the cause will require further tests. While we're tucked up in bed asleep, police are the eyes and ears of our neighbourhoods. Constables Sam and Rob are quietly patrolling suburban South Auckland when all hell breaks loose.
Nothing but
hold on. Hey, man, what's going on?
I wanted to stay and he was picking me off and thrashing me around there, telling me call a cab and all that. And I didn't want to go home because he's drunk.
Who's this guy to you?
My dad.
He's your dad? And so has he been pushing around, did you say? So what's he done?
I don't know, he just grabbed me and thrown me around. These two, they're proof.
Oh yeah, he was just throwing her around and saying, when do you get the He didn't want to leave and he was saying, when do you get the in the taxi? He was giving her a whack and that.
Okay. Okay, just give me a second, man. Just here, catch your breath.
Yeah.
You can stay away from here right now.
With the father and daughter separated, police ask each for their side of the story.
What happened?
We were at our house and my stepmom, his girlfriend, because it's someone's 21st.
all I want, the bottom line is, like, my daughter to go home. If I can't say that to my own daughter, I mean, what's the bottom line is?
How old is she?
Nana, 13.
Because he thinks I'm sleeping with someone, with a boy, but I'm not. He went to go grab me by my jumper and throw me in the room. They were all sticking up for me because I was crying. And so my dad's like, you want me to take you on one-on-one? This is my daughter and all this stuff.
So you're saying that to the guys that are inside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to go home with him. I want to stay here. That's the whole reason why we came here, was to stay. And whenever we come over here and he drinks, he always has an anger problem to take me home.
Starts trouble, that kind of thing. So this has happened quite a few times?
Yeah.
Rob and Sam are faced with a dilemma. On one hand, the father appears to have overreacted, but his daughter is too young to be out drinking.
He's been trying to fight the other people because she doesn't want to go home and he wants to take her home.
Yeah, and that's her dad.
Yeah,
so he's...
But what she's also said is he's grabbed her by the jumper and chucked her back into the bedrooms.
You're a dickhead.
You guys.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep,
both of you just stop talking to each other.
The father clearly thinks it's a family matter that he should resolve, but police still need to ensure his daughter is safe.
We'll separate them and hopefully they can work it out in the morning, because it's father and daughter. Hope it doesn't get too bad.
Father and daughter both live with Nana, so police will drop the daughter home and the father at a friend's place to cool off. Chris and Janelle's diabetic patient still feels short of breath.
We don't always transport somebody. It depends on what we find. I decided to transport him because I did hear some abnormalities in his upper airway. If left over time, we don't know what's going to happen to it, so it's best to be on the safe side and get them treated.
Downtown, a suspected drunk driver has done a runner from police. Bridget dispatches constables Matt and Nell to hunt for her.
It was seen at drifting across the road. Female driver also seen with a wine bottle in her hand. She's got out and dropped her pants to our informant.
Whoa!
Vehicle's a white Subaru Forester station wagon.
Copy, we're coming from the bottom of Queen Street.
Comes calls any 3 units up around Pitt and K Road that could assist AKS.
Constables Graham and Andrew respond.
We're off to assist our sergeant. He's had a female drop her pants and decamp from him, so sounds like an interesting job, but we're just going to go and assist.
Acting Sergeant Dan fills them in.
Right, and when you turn up to Pitt, the little church, the alleyway that goes straight down, she's just legged it down there. She's female Maori, badly drawn on eyebrows, white vest top, but she's carrying some sort of dark hoodie. Long dark hair, centre parted, and either blue trackies or blue jeans, which are slightly rolled up at the bottom.
With that clear description, Graham and Andrew soon find the woman hiding in the back of a restaurant kitchen.
Can you bring her back in? Copy, walk her up.
Hey, I want you to walk. No, you're pushing back on me. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Behave yourself.
Whatever the circumstances, every girl wants to look good.
I just came to the keys and tying myself up. Can you pull the top down? Make me look a bit presentable if I'm going to be on TV. Serious?
I'm not touching your top.
Acting Sergeant Dan confronts the woman.
Why did you run away?
For 80 bags.
We found her inside a kitchen, clearly intoxicated, most likely on something else as well. So we're just going to have a look at her history and see if she's wanted by us at all.
The woman tries lying to police. She obviously doesn't realise patrol cars are fitted with onboard computers.
What you've got to understand is that we've got the ability to look at photos on here, okay, and also scars, marks, tattoos. When you've been arrested, see that tattoo on your left shoulder? Okay, we know about that sort of stuff, okay? It helps us identify you. The details that she's given us initially, we've brought up a photograph associated with those details, and it's quite obviously not her. It's a relative, it's a close likeness. We've done a bit more digging with a few links, and we've got someone that we believe is her. She's got showing us active warrants. Okay. You're under arrest. Before we had these display terminals, you know, a lot of us really struggle with that sort of stuff, especially with cousins, because you ask them questions in relation to their history and they know it, but a photo takes a lot to fool us with that. So.
If she wants to avoid police attention in the future, she might want to drop the pants-dropping stunt. The woman spent the night behind bars and appeared in court for her outstanding warrants, but there was insufficient evidence to charge her with drunk driving. The romancing brawler was formally cautioned for disorderly behaviour and was warned to keep away from his rivals Patch and his younger sister. And the arguing father and daughter are back living in the same house and have called a truce, for now. Next on 111. A mother's plea for help disciplining her kids sparks a massive search and rescue operation. Police fly to the rescue of a battered seagull.
Oh, did they actually hit a bird?
And Cobb & Co patrons are forced to abandon their ham steaks when the restaurant's neon sign catches alight.